It's IBC 2022 and we are on the NativeWaves stand. Now we've been doing 2 other videos here on their booth, so do check those out. But for this one, we're talking about IBC and I'm joined by Venkat. Hi, great to see you, Venkat.
Hi, how are you doing?
Very good, thank you. All the better for being at IBC again after 2 years. It's been a while, hasn't it?
It has been. I mean, 2019 was, we came into 2019 was our first year at IBC, and it was a very, very good year for us. And then we were looking forward to 2020, and here we are, 2022, and this is a lot of hopes and aspirations as we come into this show. Yeah.
So what are your expectations for this year's show?
A lot has changed actually from when we were here the last time. I mean, viewing habits have changed. The way broadcast streaming, I mean, the way broadcast distribution happens, that has changed. The way content is created has changed. So from our standpoint, there are 2 aspects to it. One is to look at how things have changed and how we can change for the better as well, and to stay with the times. And the second part of it is to validate everything that we've done over the last 2 years in terms of our content and our product development, and the assumptions we made while creating those products. So it's going to be an acid test in terms of our thought process and the thought process for the industry.
And this is just the start of IBC. We've got a long 4 days ahead of us. How are you going to measure a successful show once the doors are closed?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question, Simon. There are 1 or 2 important KPIs we would look at. One, purely from a product development standpoint, is in terms of the kind of information that comes in, which actually helps us develop the product itself. That's one thing which we would be focusing on. I have to say, and I mean, which is reality, is are there new business opportunities which come in because of the show, or at least conversations which happen at the show will be a second parameter we would look at. And the third parameter we would look at is purely from a future product development perspective. Where is the industry going? I mean, there have been so many changes in the last 2 years. Things have gotten accelerated. What was meant to happen in 4 years' time happened in 3 months or 4 months. For example, remote production went from it's going to happen to it's here and now. And now we're looking at a whole new system of production and new trends which are coming in. And from our standpoint, if we are able to lay a thumb on the nerve of what is happening within the industry, and if that can be substantiated with a few good business meetings in terms of revenue generation, I would think it would be a great show for us.
It's really interesting. Your first answer was the feedback you'll get from visitors here, and it just highlights the importance of the face-to-face shows, and you just don't get that input, do you, in any other ways, really?
No, I mean, look, I was on a lot of these Zoom calls like all of us, and I think, I mean, there is no substitute to face-to-face meetings. There's no substitute, in my opinion, to doing demonstrations or showing consumers and customers a product and getting that actual feedback rather than sitting remotely. So I completely agree with what you're saying.
And are you involved, or is NativeWaves involved in any other activities around the show this year?
Oh yeah, I mean, NativeWaves is part of the IBC Accelerated project this year. We are part of the cloud-based live event production project alongside partners such as Microsoft. We played an active part in that. NativeWaves is on a panel discussion on new ways to engage and expand audiences, and we are also doing a fireside chat on how to engage Gen Z audiences and Gen Z viewers, given the fact that the way they consume content is very different from how traditional TV viewers have been consuming content in the past. So we're looking forward to these events happening soon.
Yeah, sounds like an exciting show ahead of you. So for those not able to get here, where can they find out more information?
NativeWaves.com. We have all the information about everything we do, and that's the perfect destination.
Perfect. Venkat, thank you very much indeed. I wish you, of course, a very successful show.
Thank you very much, Sally.
So for all the information you need to know about NativeWaves, check out nativewaves.com. We have been doing a couple of other videos here, so do search for those. For the IBC Accelerator Program, you can check out all those sessions and seminars that are going on VOD after the show, I believe, on ibc.org. And for everything we're doing at IBC, check that out at kitplus.com.